This is a full breakdown of the proposed Washington Township Board of Education budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027. We'll cover where every dollar goes, what it means for your property taxes, and when you can have your say. Here's the headline number you'd expect in a budget report, and we can't give it to you. The documents available for Washington Township's 2026 to 2027 school year are meeting agendas, not the actual budget book. There's no total spending figure, no tax levy, and no per pupil cost anywhere in them. So before we go further, it's worth understanding why that information is missing in the first place. New Jersey school districts almost always finalize their budgets in the spring, well before the July 1st start of the fiscal year. That means by the time these August meetings happened, the 2026 to 2027 budget had likely already been voted on and adopted months earlier. What residents are seeing in these agendas is the budget being carried out, staff hires, contracts, and purchases, not the budget being created. It's an important distinction for understanding what's actually up for a vote right now. While we don't have exact dollar figures, the agendas make one thing clear. Staffing is where the money is concentrated. The August 18th meeting alone lists more than 45 separate personnel actions, covering everyone from bus drivers to nurses to substitute teachers. In most New Jersey districts, salaries and benefits combined eat up 70 to 80% of the entire budget, so this volume of staffing activity is a strong signal of where spending is heaviest. Beyond base salaries, the district is funding a layer of extra pay stipends for specific programs. Think additional time for ESL support, a sixth-period math support stipend, digital literacy and technology integration, and restorative practice tutoring for elementary students. Both Bunker Hill and Oak Valley Middle Schools also show after-school detention stipends. These are targeted investments in student support, even though the exact dollar amounts aren't listed in the agendas. Transportation and facilities also show up as distinct cost centers in these agendas. There's a lease purchase financing bid, a 10-month school bus lease, and a joint purchase agreement for fuel, all pointing to real transportation spending, even without a dollar figure attached. On the facilities side, an elevator maintenance renewal at Bunker Hill and a district energy audit suggest ongoing building upkeep and capital costs are part of this year's picture too. One line item worth watching closely is special education tuition. The agendas reference new placement tuition and something called ESY, or Extended School Year, which funds summer programs for students with special needs to prevent them from losing skills. These out-of-district placements are typically one of the fastest-growing and hardest-to-control costs in any New Jersey school budget, even though no specific dollar figures are given here. For homeowners, the question is always, what does this cost me? Unfortunately, that answer isn't in these documents. There's no estimate for the average tax bill impact for 2026 to 2027. What we do see is a routine item called a resolution for requisition for taxes, which is simply the district's formal request to collect its scheduled share of property tax revenue. Confirming the tax levy, the property tax-funded portion of the budget, is active, but not telling us the size of it. A few items stand out as changes worth flagging. One agenda entry, called Salary Adjustment Corrections for 2026 and 2027, suggests the board is correcting errors in previously approved salary figures, which could move pay up or down for specific staff. Separately, one contract, bid number 27-004, was rescinded and then reawarded, and a handful of staff appointments were also reversed. These are normal parts of governance, but they do mean earlier decisions have shifted. Two other items suggest changes families and staff might notice directly. A new or renewed contract with Inspira Health Network Urgent Care likely covers occupational health services for employees, such as pre-employment physicals, though the cost isn't specified. Separately, a presentation and policy on internet-enabled devices signals the district may be updating rules around student technology use, something parents should watch for in upcoming communications. So when's the vote? For the overall 2026 to 2027 budget, it almost certainly already happened, likely back in April or May of 2026, ahead of the state's required deadline. The August 18th work session includes committee reports but isn't a formal budget hearing, and the August 25th regular session is where the board casts official votes on specific finance items, like the tax requisition. If you want the exact adoption date, that's something residents should ask the district directly. Even with the big vote behind us, residents still have real chances to weigh in. Both the August 18th work session and the August 25th regular session include an open-to-the-public comment period, where you can raise concerns about spending, staffing, or specific programs. If you want the actual numbers, request the district's adopted budget and its state-required user-friendly budget summary from the business office. Show up at the meetings where the specific programs you care about are on the agenda. That's when your voice carries the most weight. That's the full budget breakdown. The complete written deep dive is available free at New Jersey Washington Town GTL, substack.com. Subscribe so you never miss an update. And if you find this useful, a small donation at ko-fi.com/govthroughlean helps keep this reporting free and independent.